Hey guys, this is Jman on the Call Otakus. I want to make this quick and informative as I did ask Dragon to do this topic, and I consulted Deck71 on this topic because I know he wanted to do it. Nem's video was pretty good and he actually covered something I wanted to say in my video, but I advise you watch Nem's video because he's probably going to be the most informative about this. Um, and the reason why I want to make this quick is because I'm trying to complete the rest of Infamous, the good story at least. Got homework and I've got a few. I've got a video that I have to make, but for my main channel. But anyway, what does the word otaku mean to you? Um, or yeah, what does the word otaku mean to you? Basically, um, I don't really like the word otaku, and I know a lot of people like to use that word. And I know there's two versions of the word. There's the Americanized version slash Europeanized, but it's basically stemmed from the American people changing it into that name. So I'll say the Americanized version, even though it applies to people abroad from Japan. There's that version, and there's the one that originated in Japan. Um, and the one that originated from Japan was given from a man that he was a killer, a serial killer. Nen mentioned this on his video. I heard this ages ago on this podcast called the Ancast. It's done by the guys that do Anime News Network. But anyway, basically there was this serial killer. He went around killing people, and I think he went around raping little girls, something like that. And I mentioned this in my his Anime for Losers video on my Jman Vlogs channel. But anyway, um, when they went back to his house, they found a whole load of anime, a lot of the whole lolicon and hentai stuff. They found video games, and then there was this he was called an otaku, and that stigma of the word otaku stayed with some of the people in Japan that liked anime and games a lot, and the meaning of it is someone that's really obsessive about their anime and their games mainly. That was the original meaning. Now, my first problem is I'm not obsessive over it. This is how I put it. I love my games and my anime, but obsessive is sort of a negative term to put on it. That means it's a really negative term to put on stuff that you love and enjoy doing. So I wouldn't see myself as obsessive, but someone that really likes this stuff and really loves it and has somewhat of a passion for their anime and their games and manga and all that stuff. But I won't say obsessive. That's my first problem with it. I don't like the stigma around the word because it seems somewhat negative. Nem also like to add in his video. He said that it became something that weren't just for people that liked anime, games, manga. It became something that people that are just geeks of a certain subject. So you might have a sports otaku, you might have a motorbike otaku. Trying to think of stuff. You might have a flower otaku, and yeah, that's what it is anyway. But the Americanized version of this word means that someone that just likes anime, manga, games a lot. And I don't really have a problem with that version of the word. It's just that where it's how do I put this? The original meaning counts more than the new meaning that we made it. So I don't really, if someone says I'm an otaku, I don't really get too annoyed. It's just that in general, I don't like labels. That's how I put it. I do not like anybody labeling me, and a lot of people nowadays, a lot of people that are into anime, games, movies, and stuff, that kind of stuff that used to be non-mainstream, and it's got games and movies at least have got a mainstream and all that stuff. People that are really into them, they like calling themselves geeks and nerds, and I'm just thinking, why would you want to label yourself one, and why would you want to label yourself something that's meant to be negative? And this is my whole thing with otaku. The original meaning was meant to be negative, even though it's changed. Um, so I have a few problems with it, but in terms, this channel is called the Cool Otakus, and I like the name of it grew on me. At first I didn't like it, but it grew on me because the reason why I like this channel is kind of a weird and twisted way of thinking about it. It's called the Cool Otakus, and otakus usually wouldn't be cool, and it's like a spin on things and sort of a parody of the word otaku. That's why I like this channel. So but the channel name at least. I like making videos on this channel, but basically, I don't really like using the word otaku. If you want to use it, it's up to you. It's fine. I just don't like labels in general, and I don't like the origin of the word anyway. Um, I think that people should know about the words they're using, because some of the you shouldn't use words you don't know. Like I wouldn't use I wouldn't randomly say a word without knowing it, because you don't know what's behind that word. And I think more people should be aware about the origins of some of the names and the things they call themselves. So if you want to call yourself a otaku, fine, but just know where that word came from, what it means truly, and not what you believe it means. That's my whole thing. I don't know, and I just don't like the word otaku in general. I don't like labels, but I'm starting to repeat myself. Go and watch Nem's video, because his one was the most informative. Um, and yeah, he really covered a lot of stuff. So well done to Nem. That was a really great video. I thought I would actually talk more about this topic, but I was just straight through with it. But you can obviously see where I'm coming from. I don't like the label. I don't like the origin. Even though people have changed it, it still has that stigma around it, and the stigma is still kind of there as well. And I don't like labels like nerds, geeks, and all the nerds, geeks, dorks, whatever it's called. I don't like labels like that either. But anyway, I want to complete Infamous quickly. Got a few more missions and side quests. Maybe do some homework while watching some videos and maybe some anime. And Deadman Manderland may be out today. I'm not sure. I think it's out. But I'm rambling. Anyway, Jman on the cool otakus. Otakus can be cool. Just know the words you're using. And I'm gonna go off to do stuff. Peace.